Welcome to the 54th episode of the MC Knitting Adventures podcast. My name's Colleen.
And my name is May. Welcome to the returning viewers, and for those of you watching us for the first time, we're glad you could be here. Now, a couple of exciting things today. We've got some nice craft adventures to share with you. We have the winter to share with you. But before we begin that, Colleen will talk about what we're wearing.
All right, so let's talk about what May's wearing. It should look very familiar to you. So it is the Anguli Cowl by Hilary Smith Callis. And it is knit out of the Creek Garden Crafts 100% cotton. It's Pima cotton sock. Beautiful. It looks much better on you.
Well, I don't know. You had it on last episode, and I thought it looked pretty good on you too.
But so I think it looks great on you.
Okay.
Yeah, it really
I really like it. It's so soft, and it is my go-to one.
Exactly.
The original one that you started, so thanks.
Yeah, so you look great.
Thank you.
So that's that. And for me, I'm wearing the Honey Cowl by Antonia Shankland. And it is out of Sirdar Snuggly Baby Bamboo double knitting. And it took 2 of the little balls of this. And I had knit one for you in a royal blue color. Same yarn.
Right.
This one is kind of twice the size because we just used 1 ball for yours.
Yeah.
And so it just sits there.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well,
an easy knit.
It's an easy knit, so anybody who wants to do a little bit of work in the round, it's a really nice one. And you can use different weights. You could use some cotton. You could use some merino wool, whatever you want. And it just sits nice.
Yeah, good.
So that's what I'm wearing. And next we're going to talk about finished objects. My first finished object is the Winterlight by Meg Gadsbey. And it is a nice shawl, and I used Drops Merino Baby Merino. And I haven't blocked it. I'll be honest with you. I was going to get it done, and I knew it wouldn't be dry. So let me just flip this.
Now, why do they call it baby merino? Is it for babies, like for?
Yes, I think it's it is. It's a nice plump DK yarn that would be great.
Yeah, nice.
Fingering. So anyway, I love this. It will open up, but I love the texture, and I love that it being just one color. It really shows off the texture.
I really like the color, like the non-color of it. I like it. It's nice for the summer. And
exactly. So I'm really happy with that. You had talked about it would be great to make a baby blanket with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice.
So that may be something that I decide to do at
very
some point.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was happy with that one. So that's the first one. Now the second one is the Hug Shot by Casapinka. So that was one of the ones that if you bought 2 skeins of yarn from your local yarn store, that you could get the pattern for free. I already had lots of yarn, and so I just decided to pay for the pattern. So this one is blocked, and it really makes the yarn feel much softer.
I like this. I like the colors. This is the one that reminds me of the ice cream cone.
I know, every time you look at it, you say ice cream. So this is really big. It really opened up.
It's like the scarf that keeps on giving.
Exactly. So it will wrap around a number of times, that's for sure. Nice. But I'm really happy with it.
Now, could you hack this pattern and maybe make it shorter or smaller? Because it does seem awfully big.
Well,
look, it just keeps going.
No. Well, normally I hack it for you, and the problem is that's where it starts. So if I hacked it for you, there wouldn't be enough.
Right. Okay.
So it's okay, and I have a couple of shawls that are that big, and I just wrap it around about 3 times.
It's a little blankie.
It is a blankie. So there's 2 different yarns. One is Ancient Arts yarn, and it is called Socknado, and it is called Tea and Biscuits.
Love the colors. They really blend nicely in that.
And then the plain color is, I think it's called Plum, but it's a Heritage sock.
Nice.
So that's that one. All right, so those are 2 shawls. Guess what? There's a 3rd shawl. Wow. So this is the Mistake Lace Shawl, and that's by Robbie, Laughlin. And this was my niece Meredith and I did a little bit of a knit along, just the 2 of us.
This is gorgeous.
And it is very nice and light and open. This one really blocked well. So this is called Silky Merino Light. So it's 70% merino and 30% silk.
This is gorgeous. Now, did your niece's Meredith's turn out quite as nice as this, do you know, or did she struggle with it? Because she's kind of a fairly new knitter.
Yes, well, we were talking about lifelines, and she's still working with lifelines on her. She's not quite done. She said for all the things she's knit, that one is a real challenge.
Really?
Just because if you drop a strand or drop something, it's really hard to get back. Lifelines are what saved us both. Now, there are, as you can see from the picture, there are some little fringe things at it, but because it's such a dark color, I don't think I need to do the fringe.
It would be nice. I think that would be nice knit in this color too. Like,
yes,
I don't know
absolutely.
if it's the same weight of yarn. Could you do that with
Yeah,
that?
I might be able to do that.
Because I think that would be really nice, and because it's so light.
It is. It's really light.
Nice.
I really like it. That's a real
Really like that one.
On a cool summer evening. That would be great. All right. So we've had lots of time for knitting, it appears.
Yeah.
So now the next two finished objects. One isn't quite a finished object. We were talking. We had a viewer who said they wanted to have a little tutorial about how to sew on buttons. So that tutorial's in place. So I knit a couple of things to put buttons on, and we made the tutorial.
We did.
We've
done
filmed
that
it
already. So we're going to put that up after this podcast.
Right. So we'll put it up next Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll have tutorial Tuesday.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Oh, there you go. So
Yeah.
good. So this pattern is called In Threes, and that's by Kelly Herdrich. I think I'm saying that right.
And it turned out so cute.
So I made two. All right. I made one out of the bamboo pop that I had left over after I made the sweater. And this is the one that we got the buttons sewed on.
This is very cute.
It is cute. I'm really happy with it.
You want to talk about the buttons or no?
So we, in the tutorial, talk about there's a number of ways, different ways to sew on buttons. Sometimes you will sew them on and then weave in the ends, and sometimes people will just make a knot. Some people say you should use actual thread and not part of the yarn. This was cotton, so I chose to use, I just took some of the plies of the cotton and used it that way, which I think worked really well in that.
Turned out very cute. It's
It
lovely.
is
It
cute.
feels soft. It'd be cute.
It is. So this yarn was many things. I tried to make it a cowl because I had enough left. It wasn't going to work. I had almost an entire shawl done, and I put it on, and May went, no, that's not going to work. So I went, okay, what else can I do? I thought, oh, the lady talked about buttons. I knew of this pattern, and I really, really like the
Yeah,
pattern.
I think
cute.
worked out perfect for this.
I think
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And
Cute.
amazingly enough, I might have another one, enough to make another one of those.
Oh, great.
Unbelievable.
Good.
Now, initially, I had started with this. So same pattern, different yarn, so you get to see the difference. No buttons on this one. So this is Red Heart Soft, is what I used to make this one. And the buttons I don't have yet. I initially thought I'd put on wood buttons. Problem is when you wash wood over and over again, it kind of does a little thing. So I've got some plasticky ones, but I didn't have time to get them on. So technically, I guess not a finished object, but pretty close.
Pretty close.
So
That's
it's
nice.
amazing that just by using a different yarn,
Different sizes, of course, yes.
yeah, different sizes, different weights of
Yeah,
yarn.
it's amazing how the different they look. Even.
Exactly.
This
exactly.
one looks a little bit less bulkier than this one.
Exactly. So you might have something
yeah.
that's for a little bit more
Yeah.
in winter, something that's a little summer.
Very nice.
There we go.
Very nice.
So those are my finished objects, and next we're going to talk about works in progress. My first work in progress is a cowl for May. What a surprise. It's called Along the Edge Cowl, and that's by Colleen Kinnersly Designs.
Can't wait to see it finished.
I know. It's so you, by the way. So I had some of this yarn left. It's called Grant Valley Yarns, but it's Granville. So it's cotton. Oh,
My color?
It's your color. It's going to be beautiful. It looks like I don't have enough, but I have 2 more balls upstairs. So I had enough. I had bought some for a sweater. I made a short sleeve sweater, and that gave me enough to do this.
Feels
so
soft,
This
yeah.
is just, it's going to be really nice for you
Yeah.
around the neck. So I'm just going to keep working on that. I think it will be perfect for you. There is some detail here, and as you can see along the bottom, there's some lace, which is why I think they call it Along the Edge Cowl. I really like it. I think it's fairly brand new start, but I wanted you to see.
I hope COVID's over soon so that I can start wearing these things out because we're not going out.
I know, basically.
I wear them in the backyard right now.
Yeah, our adventures are totally different than they used to be.
Yes, they are. But that's
for
okay.
sure. But
Now,
we're
it could be
getting
worse, you know.
That's true. We still have fun.
We do.
That's for sure. All right, and my second work in progress, which is almost done, is the Simple Hug Cardi, and that's by Cozy Up Knits, our 4 ladies from Grand Prairie, Alberta, that I love their podcast. I really enjoy it. Now this one looks done almost, but you'll see inside. Hold it up like this and then we'll show you the
It's so
inside.
soft.
So this is interesting. So there it is. Now you can see all in here and all of this, lots of work to do. But there it is.
That's
so
nice.
I need to block it and it'll stretch out, and I'll explain a little bit
I know
why
why they
it's gonna
call it
stretch out.
cozy. It's like a little blankie around you, wouldn't it?
Exactly. So it is short sleeve, but I'm okay with that. I'll put a black turtleneck underneath
Yeah.
it, white turtleneck underneath it, and it'll keep me warm.
It'll be nice and warm.
So the yarn that I used is called Barocco Vintage DK. There's 3 colors, and I had the kind of white color, and I got some heathered gray and the heathery purple, which, what a surprise that is. And then I had to buy they use mohair, and it was the grocery girls who said, if you have a skein that has mohair in it, tuck it underneath your bra strap, wear it around for a day, and see what you think.
So you don't, if you're allergic?
Well, not so much if you're allergic, but if you can stand it. Because, I mean, there's a little bit, sometimes they call it, it's not toothy, but for some people, mohair is irritating a little bit. And so before I spent the money on mohair, I thought...
You did this?
I did.
Oh.
You didn't even notice. So I tucked it in, wore it. I didn't wear it for the whole day. Wore it for half a day, and I went, I know it's there, and I think there might be another option. So somebody had said alpaca was softer. So I decided, I went on to Love Crafts. You can get patterns, you can get yarn, and they have this yarn that's by Fiber Spates, and it's called Cumulus.
And this is what this is.
So that is what goes with it. So there's 2 yarns that are held together. And this is 74% baby Surrey alpaca, which is supposed to be super soft. And it's got silk, so it's going to be strong. So you felt this.
It's very soft.
It is very soft.
Wow. Feathery soft.
Exactly. So it's nice and light. It doesn't add weight, but it's going to make it nice and warm and cozy.
Wow.
So
Nice.
I am thrilled. Now the nice thing is, I bought what I was supposed to buy. I have 1. I have 2.
How'd that happen?
Well, because you just don't know for sure, and this probably would make close to 3. And I know of a couple of shawl patterns that I could put this in with. So I'm excited about that because it's kind of nice. There's actually a pattern by the lady who, Laura Nelkin, has a design that she used this yarn, and it only needs 2. And I have it. And then you put a little bit of beads on it, and it should be nice.
That's exciting.
So that is exciting. So those are my works in progress, and next we're going to talk about our craft adventure.
Now, Colleen, what have you been up to in your crafting adventures?
Well, my crafting adventure ended up with an adventure for both of us. So I'm actually quite excited about this. I have bought a few kits. You'll see that in Souvenirs. I bought a few kits of beading and yarn, and I thought, I have little bits of sock yarn all the time. I have small feet. Your feet aren't huge. There's always a little bit left. And I thought, I don't need to buy a kit necessarily. So what I did was I bought this pattern, which is called Beignet, which means donut. And it's by Laura Nelkin. So I bought the pattern. Great deal. And I thought, okay, all I need to do is go...
Now, can I ask you where you bought the pattern? Like, is it
Sure,
on
no problem. Yeah, it's on Ravelry. If you go to Laura Nelkin's on Ravelry, there's a bunch of different ones. She's got a lot of jewelry, but she's got a whole bunch of other patterns.
Oh, okay.
It's really nice. So if you take a look, right there is this lovely wooden donut, basically. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go find it.
Yes.
So,
we went looking. You kept saying, I need to find a donut, and I'm...
well, see, I hadn't spoken to you first. And I went to Michael's, and then I tried Fabricland, and I tried Lens Mills, all the places around that I could do, and I couldn't find it. And when I came home, I said, May, all I need is this thing. I've got the yarn, I've got the beads. Like, oh my goodness. And what did you say to me?
I can't believe you didn't ask me first. this.
It's exactly what she said
I have
to me.
all this wood in the garage, and I do woodworking, and I have tools, and you didn't say, May, could you make me a wooden ring?
Well,
because I didn't really know exactly what you were looking for, and so
Right.
it never really computed to me
Right.
what you wanted. And then you explained what you wanted, and I thought, well, I could do that.
Exactly. And she can. So this is a present actually for May. I had some String Theory hand-dyed yarn caper sock in a beautiful colorway called Beach Plum, which I love that color. I had lots
Love that
left.
color, yeah.
So what I did, there's what May made for me. So there is our lovely little wooden donut.
That was the practice one first, I think it was.
That was the practice one. And now, the way I can't, it's a paid for pattern, but there's little beads along, and May decided she wanted bling. So we've got some bling. And then the other thing that we could decide upon is we're going to use a magnetic clasp at the back.
I like magnetic clasp because
Yeah.
you can just do that. And
Easily to take care of.
easy to take care of. That's turning
So-
out really nice.
Well, thank you so much for that lovely little donut.
Yeah, that's cute. And you know, I think it's redwood.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
so
really
red-
nice. You did a great job. So I'm almost done. And while she was doing that one, she made one of these for me. So I'm going to be able to make something similar for myself. And now I know where I need to go.
To get those rings.
Not going to Michael's anymore. I'm going to May's. That's where I'm going to
Maybe
go.
there's a market for these things. Who knows?
You never know.
You never know.
All right. So that was my crafting adventure, which was a lot of shopping, and then a quick little question, and then the adventure was on.
Perfect.
So that's me. Now for you, May, you've been busy.
I have. Not busy to the point where, yes, I guess I have been busy.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. Now, one of my first objects, I don't know if you can see that, I'll put it back here so maybe you can see it from a distance there.
Okay. Do you want me to hold it so you can
Sure,
describe
you
it?
could just talk about
Okay.
it. It basically is just scrap wood. And
That's
it's,
scrap wood.
Yeah, it's just scrap, and you just angle it, and you can do this. They do it with bigger pieces. I had some
Really?
small scrap wood,
Wow.
so I just did it with smaller pieces. And I thought you could paint a picture with this geometric stuff. I really like the colors.
It's beautiful.
Now I made one mistake. I think I coated it with polyurethane coat, and it yellows.
Oh.
And it really yellows stuff, so I wouldn't do that again. But I did it on this piece, so I don't know if I've ruined it or whatever I've
I
done
don't
with it.
think so. I think it looks
Well, you
great.
can see kind of yellowy tinges already, and it just after time it does go yellowy. So
Oh.
on the white part, I think. So, but anyway, I put some hooks on it. You can hang it up.
Oh, wow. It's
Um,
really nice.
But people do this with great big pieces of wood, and it looks really cool on a wall. So if you needed a big
Wow,
wall to
that's
cover, you
great.
could just use partly
Exactly.
pieces of wood. So there you go.
Very nice.
So that was kind of fun, but it was very time consuming with the little
Yes, it
pieces.
was. She did come in,
Yes.
and a couple of times it was
So then I was
a
thinking,
little stressful sometimes.
you're right, it was. Now then I was thinking about the podcasters, and I think, I'm really fortunate to have, when I talk about the scroll saw, and I talk about the jigsaw, and the handsaw, and the miter saw, and I've got
Right.
all these tools, and so I thought, it'd be really neat to inspire somebody who doesn't maybe have the tools or have access to a
Right,
garage
right.
like I do and stuff. So then what I thought I would do is make a little garden, a little fairy garden.
Oh my goodness,
And how it
it's
all
amazing.
started was I was going to make a fairy garden with pine wood and to make a planter's box and do it that way.
Okay.
But then when I was doing some research and went out, I found that there was other ones that were going to be a lot cheaper than
Okay.
than,
Well, that's
than the
okay.
cedar box. So it started off by this little
Which
fairy
is beautiful,
door,
by the
which
way.
I thought you could make just with popsicle sticks.
Okay,
So
that's
just
great.
to give you the idea and be creative on your own.
Yeah.
So you don't need any major tools. Now for this
Right.
one I did use popsicle sticks on the outside,
Right.
but the rest of it was just a little bit of plywood.
Right.
Put some hinges, little door handle.
Wow, that's really nice. I love the little flowers. It makes it. Yeah,
It
it's
is
good.
cute. Now on the outside, I put in, Colleen had suggested this. I didn't know how to make bricks, but
Right.
Colleen had reminded me, she had given me an egg carton, and to use an egg carton and paint that up. So that comes out really quite nicely with
It
that.
does.
So then, what I thought, so if you make a little fairy door, which there's all kinds of them on the internet, and you
Right.
could use popsicle sticks, whatever,
Right.
so any tools you have at home, like just cutting tools, all you
Right.
would need for this project. And then you can get as creative as you like. Now I found this container I found this container, and I'll take some close-ups of that.
Okay, perfect.
I found this container at the dollar store, so that's what I thought. It was like $3 or $4. That's what I thought. If I made the cedar planter, it would be so much more money.
Expensive,
So,
that's right.
and then the flowers I got at the dollar store, I made the little swing.
I love the swing. Can you hold it up so they can see
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna take some.
Take some
close-ups
pictures.
too, yeah.
Okay, good.
But I found the little. I made the little swing, and I found the little fairy at the dollar store.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to be creative and make these fairy gardens, they're so cute. You can use pots. You could use planters that you have at home. Just use some styrofoam. I used some
Moss.
what do you call it, moss.
Yeah.
And just decorate it however you wanted. I think
And you bought
the little-
stones? Did you get those at the dollar
Those
store
were
too?
at the dollar store. The
Oh,
little
I love
rabbit,
that.
little rabbit was from the dollar store.
Right.
So you too can be a crafter and be creative
Exactly.
without having to have
I
all the
love
tools.
that. That's right.
Yeah, and
You did a great job.
it's
on that.
amazing how many ideas are out there.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
So that is my little crafting experience. So
Those are our crafting adventures, and next we're going to talk about our souvenirs. My first souvenir, well, actually I have two souvenirs, but they came from the same place. So I have two kits, and I decided that I would like to do some more work with the beading and with yarn, and I thought, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some kits, which will give me the pattern. It'll let me know what kind of beads to buy, those kind of things. And I know there are tutorials with them, which is going to help me learn. So I thought I'm going to buy these, but I'm going to make Christmas gifts. So I'm not going to say who these are for.
okay.
Okay, but these are going to be Christmas gifts for some people in our life.
Okay, good.
So keep guessing because we're not telling you. All right, so the first one is called the Cassio Knit Collar Kit. There it is. So inside this comes from Laura Nelkin Designs on Etsy. It has a coupon code. It has the yarn that you need. And inside it has the beads, all the things that you need to make it. So it's got the clasp, it's got everything. So that is
Now,
going
when
to
you
be
say
for
about
somebody.
the video, is it YouTube video, or do you have to buy it and then get a code to get it in video?
When you use the code to get the pattern, there are some videos embedded in the pattern.
Okay.
And it shows you. So there's certain things about this pattern specifically that you need to have in order to do
Cool.
that. So that's the first one. Not saying for who. And then the second one is called the Fetish. And it looks like a bracelet, but it can also be a necklace.
Oh.
And some people will wind this around over their neck and then hook their glasses in the front of it.
Right.
And so lots of people we know have glasses, so
Right.
you're still not going to know who it's for.
Right.
And in this one, you still get the code for the pattern, but it comes this way, same idea. There's the yarn that you need, there's the beads that you need, anything else that you need, the clasp,
Wow.
all those kind of things.
Who knew you could wear knitted jewelry? Like, I wouldn't have
I
thought.
know.
I know, with all these nice beads and
I
everything.
know, it's very
You're all
exciting.
excited.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a new thing. I'm so excited. So those are my souvenirs. And May, tell me
Well, there's
about...
been a few other souvenirs that have come to the house, but I can't really remember what they are. what
know.
they are. But
I know.
one of the ones that I did get was this little resin doll.
Right.
she's
And I think that had to
resin.
come all the way from Britain.
Oh, did it?
I think so.
That's even more exciting. So what I did, the little miniature tour, Mark had said these are far and few between and are more difficult to get here.
Oh, okay.
So I thought one day I'm going to do a little gallery for my artwork that I paint, because I usually paint over it. This
Right.
way I can make them smaller and have a little gallery of everything
Oh,
I've
that's
painted.
a great
And then
idea.
I'm going to put her in my gallery.
Oh,
so
she looks like she'd be.
she'd be
search
cool.
things. That's
yeah.
right. That's
So
great.
that's it. That's one of the things that came, but there you go. That's
All right.
my souvenir.
We need to reveal the winners of our 700 subscriber giveaway. So we had a number of people enter, so thank you so much. Your comments were great. We really appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, think about it. Give us a thumbs up, comment down below, let us know what you'd like to see. But let's talk about our winners. So
Winner, but
Yes.
but hey,
we had a whole conversation.
I wish everybody could win. That's what I feel
I
bad
know.
about. I want
Exactly.
everybody to win. But next time, just keep doing it. We'll just keep doing this.
Exactly.
And your luck will come in.
That's for sure. So we talked last time about this fabric,
Mm-hmm.
which we bought way back when, which was going to be for our 700 subscriber
Right.
giveaway. So I'm going to make a bag. You had your choice of zippered or drawstring. So our winner is, drum roll, Pat Ada. And Pat wanted a zippered bag, so I'm going to use that fabric and I'll make you a zippered bag. So if you can leave a message on Ravelry for us, just send us a message through Ravelry, and you'll see the contact information in the description box below. Then let us know your address and then I'll get that made and sent out to you.
Congratulations, Pat. It might take a little bit because it has to be made first. It's a custom bag just for you.
That's right.
But congratulations, and thanks for your comments, and thanks for entering. So good for you. Congratulations.
Now,
then we had a conversation.
And
we thought, and I thought, I wish everybody could win because, you know, it's so
Exactly.
sad. And Colleen says, well, you know, why don't we have a drawstring bag? Why don't we just do another draw?
Exactly.
And I said, perfect.
So we did. And it worked out. Actually, I had a zipper bag and a drawstring bag. And then we selected random number generator. And our winner is Jan Atkinson.
So congratulations, Jan. And thank you again for
Jan
entering.
wanted a drawstring bag. So the bag we showed you last time, that's for Jan. And so we're excited that we'll get that sent out to you
And
right
I'm
away.
glad it worked out that the random generator picked somebody that he wanted a drawstring. That was
I
perfect.
know.
But you had to zipper one of these just
in case. That's right.
But it worked out great. So congratulations to you both.
Exactly.
I'm happy for
so
both.
do send us that message in Ravelry. Give us your email, your address, and then we'll be able to send them away. So that's this episode. We've had a great time. We love doing this for you. And until next time,
You take care.